Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen, with Ethereum recently having had its highest ever weekly candle close, Ethereum looks primed to enter price discovery. We may be entering the most parabolic part of this bull run in the very near future. So the inevitable question comes up: when is it time to sell Ethereum, and when is it time to take profits? Well, folks, in this video, I want to attempt to answer that question. I want to go through what I'm looking out for to understand exactly when Ethereum could top and understand when it might be time to take profits on Ethereum and altcoins. So if you like the sound of that, do me and you a favor, like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. And without further ado, let's delve into it. So folks, I think Ethereum looks primed to have a very bullish fourth quarter in 2021. Price action is looking very good now in the short term. I think if we can get any kind of higher time frame candle closing above $4,300, then Ethereum might have the juice it needs to test and enter price discovery. Now, not only that, folks, there has been a tremendous amount of Ethereum being burned. Ever since EIP 1559 launched and incorporated a burning mechanism to every transaction, we have had insane amounts of Ethereum being burned here, folks. A total of over 600,000 Ethereum has been burned in just a span of over a short few months. $2.69 billion worth of Ethereum has been burned in the recent past. That is quite a lot of Ethereum, folks. This is kind of a mini Bitcoin halving, but happening on a consistent basis. So point being, I think Ethereum is very much primed to have a bullish fourth quarter as demand is ever growing and now supply is ever decreasing. Now, folks, you guys are going to really want to like and subscribe for this one because I'm about to spill the beans as to exactly when it's time to sell Ethereum, folks. And I'm also going to explain to you guys why there's this uncanny mechanism as to why we can time the tops for Ethereum. So folks, Ethereum has a habit of topping off both in local and macro cycles 27-28 days roughly after Bitcoin. Not even roughly, it's 27-28 days after Bitcoin. So right now, right here, we're looking at a chart of Bitcoin up top and a chart of Ethereum down in the bottom. And we could see here that this was the local $65,000 top for Bitcoin in April. We can see that 28 days later, these kind of wicks, these dashes line up. That was exactly when Ethereum topped off, 28 days later. And if we look at the last 2017 bull cycle, we can also see that pretty much the exact same thing happened, where Bitcoin topped off over here 17 December, and then 27 days later, that's exactly when Ethereum topped off. So now we have two cycles where Ethereum reaches its top 27-28 days after Bitcoin. So folks, why do we have this phenomenon, and can we rely on this correlation moving forward? I personally think that we can. I personally think that whenever Ethereum tops off this cycle, it's going to roughly be, I'm betting, 27-28 days after Bitcoin. Now, why is this? I think this is largely due to the Ethereum Bitcoin pairings, where folks, a lot of your favorite coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, aren't just paired against USDC or USDT or USD, they're paired against each other. So Bitcoin and the Ethereum pairings, or the Ethereum Bitcoin pairings, have a lot of liquidity, meaning at any one time there has to be a yin and yang, there has to be a winner and loser on the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing. And because there's so much liquidity in these pairings, that also affects the US dollar value of both Bitcoin and Ethereum, meaning there has to be a winner in the short term. And since Bitcoin is, the big boy in the street with the most liquidity and the most economic energy in it, it moves first, and then once it cools down, then that allows Ethereum on the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing to show its strength, which reflects in the US dollar price action. I think it is because of the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing that we see this kind of yin and yang of Bitcoin topping off, and then 27-28 days later, then Ethereum topping off. So folks, this is a very, very powerful correlation that I do think is going to continue to play out. So this basically, what this is telling me is, once we see signs of Bitcoin topping off, 27, 28 days later, I'm going to be completely out of the market. A timer for me will start once we see signs of a top with Bitcoin that, hey, I have 27, 28 days to take profits on all my altcoins. And 1 month later, I want to be completely out of the market. So, once Bitcoin shows signs of topping off and my favorite altcoin pumps, take profits. 2 weeks later, take profits. And by the 28th day, I want to be completely out of the market, fully into stablecoin. So folks, Bitcoin is fully our leading indicator to understand when it could be time to take profits on Ethereum and our altcoins. Now, of course, none of this is financial advice, but I'm sharing you guys my understanding. So how do we know when Bitcoin can top off? Folks, I have heard arguments that we're going to see 10K Bitcoin, an 80K Bitcoin, a 300K Bitcoin, and they're all fantastic arguments. So how do we know what's truly going to happen? Well, I like to follow price action. I like to follow the market because the market will tell us when we're seeing signs of bearish divergence, when we're overexhausted, when we're seeing bearish market structure, when we're extremely overbought on many market-wide indicators and in cycle indicators. There will be signs of Bitcoin showing weakness, and we will be sharing with you guys those signs on this channel. Like and subscribe. So one of the signs I'm looking out for is bearish divergence on the daily RSI. The daily RSI for Bitcoin has been extremely powerful for understanding what could happen next, where whenever we have higher highs in price action paired with lower highs in RSI, it means that the uptrend is running out of strength. And as soon as we saw, kind of our lower low here and our lower high after these lower highs in price action paired with lower highs in RSI paired with higher highs in price action, that was our sign that this was at the very least a local top for Bitcoin. And so once we see that over here, that's when our 28-day timer starts, and we have 28 days, in my opinion, to start selling Ethereum and altcoins, not financial advice. In the short term, I do find it very interesting that Bitcoin is right now testing this trend line on the daily RSI and holding it as support. In my opinion, that's very good for the bulls in the short term. Let's see what happens with that moving forward. Now, something else that we can look out for to understand when Bitcoin might be entering a local top is the net unrealized profit and loss chart, the NUPL. What this chart essentially just shows us is what percentage of the supply is held in profit. And when too many people are making too much money too fast, we enter this blue euphoria zone, which resembles a period of unsustainable growth. So, folks, next time we get in this blue euphoria zone or pretty close to it, hey, that could be a sign that Bitcoin at the very least has reached a local top. So folks, there will be signs both in price action, both in our indicators, both in cycle indicators that Bitcoin has reached a local or cycle top. And once we see those signs, we have 27, 28 days to start taking profit on Ethereum and our altcoins. Folks, this was not financial advice. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you become a VIP Discord member if you want access to our take profit strategy in our portfolio. Link for that is down in the description below. Through our Patreon, make sure you join our Discord. We talk to our members all the time. Follow us on Twitter. Click all the buttons down below. And until next time, folks, take care.